Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Blitzmonger, and of course, welcome on back to another top 5 / top 10 list video. Now, of course, ever since I've done the top 10 list of my favorite characters to play as in LEGO Marvel Superheroes, I knew that there would be one very particular request, and that is the worst characters, the top 10 worst characters in the game. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I had a hard time. I'm not a very negative kind of guy, so I had a hard time coming up with characters that are really bad or anything like that, and in fact, even these characters are not horrible. But that being said, what I did was I accumulated 5 characters that I think you could have taken out of the game and it really would not have impacted the quality of the game in any way, shape, or form, or my enjoyment of it, which is why I consider them to be the worst characters. Now, I will do a separate list which will be the most disappointing characters, because those are going to be a lot easier to put together, because there's definitely characters that I like, but I felt like they weren't pulled off really well from a gameplay standpoint. So without further ado, of course, please be kind, and let's get cracking on the top 5 worst characters in LEGO Marvel Superheroes. Number 5. At number 5, we have got the Shield Agent, and I have to say, you'll see a common theme throughout. A lot of the generic characters were the ones that I chose because, again, I just feel like they don't really add anything to the game or to the experience of the game, and the Shield Agent is very, very generic. He doesn't have any personality or anything like that, and nothing particularly unique to him, which is why he earns the number 5 spot on the top 5 worst characters list. Number 4. Aunt May. Yes, please, 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 don't throw rocks or anything like that at me. I know. How dare I put Aunt May on the worst characters? It's just, I mean, the idea of kind of having Aunt May run around and beat up, you know, Dr. Doom and Magneto is kind of cool, actually. But the problem really is, it's not a character that I was like, oh, you know, when they're making LEGO Marvel Superheroes, I really hope I get to play as Aunt May. So that's really why it's a character that I don't really feel needs to be here, and it's not a character that I ever select to play as, even though, again, it is quite funny and quite hilarious to have Aunt May running around and, you know, beating up Magneto and stuff, because it's like, when would that ever happen in the actual comic books or the movies? Really funny. Number 3. Continuing our list of generic characters, it is the one, the only Rocksong Guard. It does have some redeeming qualities in terms of how it looks. That's definitely something cool about it. But at the same time, I don't really have any attachment to the Rocksong group. And I think that it's far less important than things like the SHIELD organization. And the result of that, it ends up quite high up on the top 5 worst list. It just does not seem like a character that needs to be here, nor will I ever want to play as. Number 2. At number 2, it is the one, the only henchman to the Kingpin, or the Kingpin's henchman. Honestly, the reason why this guy's here, again, very generic, nothing to him except for the pistol that he has to fire, but I just felt like the design here really did not come together very well. I think that the outfit is kind of ugly. I think that he could have had maybe a better tuxedo or something, and really it's the only character I think in the entire LEGO Marvel roster that I've played twice. Once to record this and once prior to this. So I really don't find this character to be enjoyable whatsoever, not visually or as a character itself. And at number 1. Now, I guess this is one of those occasions when you don't really want to be in the number 1 spot, but the number 1 spot nonetheless goes to the Damage Control crew. Now, these figures are very obviously generic. It's basically a construction Lego minifigure, and as a result of that, it's pretty boring to play as. Now, they were really cool within the actual storyline because they would always clean things up, and it was very goofy. They were really fun characters in that way, but the problem is they're not characters that are really fun to play because it's just a regular construction dude. There's nothing particularly intriguing to the character, so therefore they are on the number 1 spot as the worst character on the roster. So there you have it, guys. That was my list of the top 5 worst characters on the LEGO Marvel Superheroes roster. Now, as I said in the preface, of course, I'm going to make another list which is going to be the most disappointing characters, where predominantly it's going to be just superheroes, so stay tuned for that. I'm definitely going to be working on that over the next few weeks, but again, let me know which characters you found to be the worst characters of the bunch down in the comment section below, and again, keep in mind that this is my list, and if it's completely different to yours, then that's completely normal, because guess what? We can each have an opinion, your opinion will differ from mine, and we can respectfully agree to disagree, or or can respectfully just have different opinions. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. So, with all that being said, the reason why I had to say all that is because typically top 5 lists or top 10 lists are very controversial. So, that's why I wanted to just get that out there. So, I know that my list wasn't too exciting, but again, as I said, I'm a very positive type of person, or at least I tend to try to be, which is why I have a hard time saying that this is a worse or bad character. It's just that I think there are characters that are disappointing, and that's a better word to use, so that's why I'm going to make a separate list. But then these are the type of characters that I just don't think add to the game in any way, shape, or form. Again, I could be wrong, and if you disagree with me, let me know down in the comment section below. Now, of course, as I always say, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a big like rating, share the video with your family and friends, and favorite the videos as well. And of course, stay tuned for plenty more content coming your way. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I will catch you guys next time with another video, and have a fantastic day, and I'll see you later, alligators. Bye-bye, guys.